It's week 3. It's it could be game 2. Could be game. I don't know. Okay, it's a bit of a mess. We'll talk about it in a bit. Also, don't worry about this. I'll also explain that in a bit. It shan't take long. For now, let's begin a new game and get mothered. Again. What? This one, yeah. Let's overwrite that. Wait, wait on a second. When was that? Yeah, okay, I thought it was last year. No! It was fucking July, 2 years ago. Alright. New game, that one. It's a new game, that one. New game, that one. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, I'll go over here then. Arsehole. Wouldn't let me do it the second time. Fair enough. So, what is Remothered Tormented Fathers? 1. It's a game with a bad name. 2. It is... From the little bit I played, and it was a little bit, 2 years ago.
Is it all true?
What have you heard already?
That you're not actually an old woman, and you're just putting on a voice.
In the bones, it accelerated the healing process and tissue regeneration. Is that all true?
Every word.
But if that's what it was doing, why call it an illness?
The Lepidopterans made a nest out of the human body where they could eat and multiply. An illness is what it is.
But then?
Where do you want me to start?
From the beginning.
I'm old, Mr. Manny. My memory is not one of my strong points.
Well, for example, why do they call you Madam Svenska?
A name is just a trace. It is our business card, our identifier. It presents us to the world. But does it tell our story or really describe who we are?
Maybe you should delve a little bit deeper in your arse to see if you can find your memory when you're there.
Well, yes. But we are not made of that name. It is given to us. Other people choose it for us, whether it suits us or not. It doesn't tell us who we really are.
Hey, could you write this?
That name will not give us any answers. It is only through growing old that we become the answer to the questions of our childhood. And living in Sweden the last 30 years has definitely inspired this affectionate moniker. And so, Madam Svenska, it is.
And yet you come back to Italy. Why?
Because I forgot. But I also forgot that I had promised to remember.
Tell me.
Please excuse me. Sometimes my memory needs to be jogged. There's always been a song that, as well as the name you refer to so much, has labeled my whole life, has given it a name, and it's from a name. If you can believe how bizarre and sometimes unbelievable my confused memories are to describe.
There's just a shotgun blast in the face from the speaker.
All this began.
Oh, here we go. Oh, and that's the end of that. Boy, that's a script. Right, so did I say it? I don't think I did. From my limited experience, this game is a clock tower. That being a adventure game with a hunter. Sound familiar? It should. It's a rather popular form of horror game. I don't know specifically why my mind goes to Clock Tower, but it does, even though I haven't actually played Clock Tower. But meaning to. Perhaps that will be something at some time. From memory from 2 years ago, a lot of things that pick up to utilize as distractions, I'm guessing. Now, as to why... Well, not as to why, it was just, I've playing it before and why I haven't played it to now. At the time, I'll explain it when we get there. It won't take long. I did not get far. Yes. Nondescript white van. Picture of a child. It's not a good look. Just gonna want your smoke, aren't we? Just watching her smoke. Alright. It's alright, sure. Sure. Alright. Good for you, Chris. Good for you. Oh dear.
Feels like it's gonna rain again.
Right. So what's your controls like? This might invent. This could just be the beginning of a game's just saunter. Yeah, I can't imagine she's going to be maintaining this cadence and posture as she makes her way through the game. Just a guess. Oh, we can switch shoulders with LB. That's nice. And we have our run and RB. Where that's the animation you went with. Is it? Alright. I too, when I run, need to mimic the act of swimming. Ooh, 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 ooh. Right. Ah, this is what made me think of Clock Tower. Scissors! Scissor man! Scissor boy! When I say the Clock Tower, I'm talking about the original Clock Tower on the SNES and PC, not the PlayStation 1 game. Although that is a game that is actually of interest to me, I would like to give that a go at the same time. However, I get the feeling that level of interest is quite limited. As in, people, they'll say, oh yeah, I want to play that. It'd be me and a pair of other idiots. God, I can't get over this fucking animation where she feels the need to just wipe the air as she goes along. Why did you... This is how you run, Chris. This is how you run. Is this your manner of making your way through the world? If you couldn't tell, I've been distracted by her fists. What? Yes, I too love to chew the air. Think, oh, I need to get that air. Oh, lovely air. Is there anything over here? We didn't go over here. Oh boy. Is this something I can look at now? I cannot do it now. What can you not do it now? We cannot do it now. Either analog stick pushed in. Can you do it now? Any other button? You cannot do it now. Why? Good to know. What about D-pad? Yeah, that's fine apparently. Quick, wash your way towards the statue. Hello. I always feel anxious when looking at some icons. Icons! And mirrors. I may actually have to read these aloud. Like, normally I do, but this one, that text was small. Thick felt, alright.
Who is it?
Yes, hello. I'm Dr. Reed from the Santa Margarita Institute.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Felton is no longer a patient.
I know. This is why I'm here. Hello? Anyone?
Alright. Can I look at their post? No. What a lovely wide open space to run around and totally not get chased around. So many corners and doodad-majiggies to round about. I forgot how to run there. I was holding down the triggers. This is not Song of Horror. But let us hope that it is of the same quality. For God's sake, please be of a similar quality. Please do not be like the quality of other things that have been played this month. For the love of God, please don't do me like this game, please. Please be good. Please. I don't need to keep searching for more games. Please, just... The theme has already fallen to shit, alright? I don't need to keep hunting for games, please. Please. This is a weird door to put for the outside, but sure, grand, whatever. Hello? You have an interior door on the outside.
Are you there?
This doesn't seem wise.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Right, on the topic of not wanting to find other games, should also bring up why we're playing Remothered here and not Dawn of the Ball Bags, whatever the hell you want to say. Or not Dawn. The sun setting on the ball bags. There we go. It's because, surprisingly, there are fucking no horror games that I could find that utilize that particular time of day in their fucking name. Find dawn, find day, and of course, as you expect, find night. Dusk, sunset. But no, can't do. That is not a popular time for horror, apparently. The setting sun. You would think that kind of time in between the day and the night would be replete with all manner of horror games, but no. Instead, all I found was a fucking film tie-in. What I found was that turns out they made a game of From Dusk Till Dawn. Yep. Hello, little girl. Definitely English, and you sure? Just playing hide and seek. And if you wonder why we're not playing that, it's because I couldn't get it to work. Straight up. But we'll see. Maybe if I get it to work, we will. Ugh. I'm not going to get it to work. Not because I don't want it. This is not going to happen. And if it did happen, I don't know if I would even play that game more than 20 minutes.
Good evening.
Miss Reed, you already told me at the intercom, and as I already told you, Mr. Felton is no longer a patient at the Scientific Institute.
I came
Could you
here
speak up?
voluntarily,
Your door
outside
is
the institute.
exceptionally
What
loud.
do you want?
I am personally re-examining your case. Causes, reagents. I strongly believe there are alternative ways and probably other experiments that are worth a try. I am fighting with the Institute to recognize there are other adequate remedies for your husband's
Oh,
pathology.
no, please. I'm just assisting him. I'm his nurse.
I didn't know.
It's okay. I suppose you want to talk to him.
Thank you.
I apologize for the darkness, but Mr. Felton's sight has been damaged and immensely compromised because of the disease. Anyway, I am Gloria.
So it doesn't like
please,
light?
refrain from smoking inside. Mr. Felton hates the smell of smoke.
Sorry.
I can't see. Please turn off those lights so that you can see as well. Doesn't matter. No, don't turn them off so I can see better. No. Off. They shall have no advantages over me. They shall suffer long no times.
Please, this way.
Are you very tall? You look very tall.
Bad habit.
Smoking?
Yes, such a shame.
You're also very quiet now.
Quit. You have no idea how bad this is for you. Not only for your health, but it's also very expensive. Money and time wasted. I have so much to do every day. I couldn't waste time with such a bad habit.
Do you assist Mr. Felton all day?
Oh no, from midday to 8 p.m. Then I go back home. I live near here. If needed, he can contact me with a pager, but that's not often. His wife takes care of him when I'm off.
What can you tell me about her?
I met her just a couple of times. She's usually out or locked in her bedroom when I'm here. Let's say they don't seem to get along.
Yes, I'm totally sure everything is on the up and up
You know, when she's
in this
home,
particular matter.
to the same music, the same song, over and over.
Very nice lighting.
This way, please. Mr. Felton will be here in a few minutes.
Okay.
Alright. Glad we had that animation of her looking over and looking at nothing. I can't run apparently. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you. I get a feeling you're gonna progress. Look at you instead. Hello. The coronation of a virgin. The young girl gazes into the sky above with stunned eyes and light hits her. But something is out of place. From the dark sky, the threatened storm are descending into the hideous hands of stranger creatures. This picture makes me feel uncomfortable. As is reading aloud, as I think I'm pretty sure I skipped out some words there, but let's not dwell on it. Instead, look at these insects. Hello! Notary, patron, and entrepreneur, and even entomologist with a green thumb. I'm pretty sure notary, probably. I don't know what I said. Oh. Nope, I walked all this way down here for nothing, but the head. Which may or may not be surrounded by snakes. Can't tell what that is. Hello there. Look at you with your new woolly. Thank you very much. Don't have to worry about hope that's the case for all the statues. No fucking I'm tracking traumatized by that fucking amnesia playthrough now. It's just so much time. So much time staring at fucking woolies. Frame by frame. Oh, can you see it? Oh, it's kind of poking through a little bit here. Better nudge the face over a bit. Oh. Oh boy, this is long. Oh boy, they doubled up. I'm going to try to be quick about this one. Mr. and Mrs. Felton's farm, Rosso Gallo, closes danger of contamination. Wyman and the Feltons indicted for alleged criminal activity against consumers and production employees. October 2nd, 1971, the Rosso Gallo farm, pride of the Gallos, closed due to suspected contamination. It has been reported that many products have been infected by toxic pollen that could have been the cause of severe parasitosis. The owner, Ariana Gallo, top right, her husband, the notary, Richard Felton, bottom right rather, shush. Professor and company partner, Albert Elias Wyman, large picture, are under investigation. The latter has been allegedly accused of Felton by himself of having used the company to carry out pharmaceutical experiments, taking advantage of corporate funds such as the bull. Indeed, the warning came out of his residence at the company's headquarters, the Ashmans, who managed the building and supervised the harvesters, the sisters of the adjoining convent. Photo. Just photo. Alright. Among the reported symptoms, painful ulcers, vomiting, proliferation of parasites, and in some cases, very lengthy notes. Following, also keratosis, photosensitivity. Keratosis, photosensitivity, I assume because your man's affected then, since, eyesight doesn't like the light. Following the heavy allegations, both the Feltons and Ash received numerous threats from Wyman himself, who has been removed from the order of physicians today. Wyman has stated he is shocked by the charges and pointed his finger at the former business partner, Richard Felton. He personally funded me. It is worth noticing the Felton himself, like his father, promoted the funded Phoenix project, the drug for which Wyman himself was nominated for the prestigious medicine award. 87 was retiring from the market a few years later due to the disaster side effects. Meanwhile, even the Felton's house, which is used for location, product distribution, the ceases. As a result of the scandal, the Ashman and the Feltons have broke off from any kind of relationship. As a matter of fact, Ashman claimed a substantial refund for the use of the consequences of which the test subjects. The parties assumed that the conversation involved 12 sisters in Arebuckle monastery. We'll probably go there. You damn son of a bitch. Why are you trying to write me about the news? You want to tarnish me? I'll get back at you. Oh, surely I will. Starting with your daughter. Do you believe if she doesn't know who her father is? I'm sure she'd be glad to know who that she is a daughter. She got balls. Your responsibility. What am I going to say? Balls. You never got balls. He said balls so much. Balls as far as the eye could see. Balls!
Do you believe in God, miss?
Well, you're tall.
Well,
Everyone's tall.
it would be too easy, wouldn't it? I believe in people's willpower. Everything else is not God, but an aptitude or mankind's cruelty.
This is the kind of fairy tale I prefer at my age. When you're worn out from an incurable disease, you start having some doubts. Why is there so much life in such small but lethal creatures? An arbiter, that's all we need.
For what? It's wrong and crazy. It's human nature.
That same nature.
I feel like we skipped the beginning of this conversation and kind of jumped to kind of like the middle or,
I forgot my
last third quarter.
Sit down. Dr. Reed, I suppose.
Sorry, Mr. Felton. Pleased to meet you.
So you already met Gloria?
Yes, she let me in.
She's a great reference, extremely hardworking, but back to us. I don't recall seeing beautiful doctors like you at the Institute, Dr. Reed.
I am flattered, Mr. Felton. I arrived at the Institute just a few months after you left. And you left because?
Inadequacy of the sanitary treatments within the structure.
That's right. And in a few words?
In a few words, they didn't know how to treat my case, and they left me there to die.
But it seems that other issues took over.
I once or twice refused to go through exams.
Mr. Felton, is there anything I can do for you?
Oh, Gloria. Yes, see if Dr. Reed needs anything.
Oh, no.
May I offer you a cup of tea or coffee? Espresso?
No, thank you.
As you wish. How about you, Mr. Felton?
No, thank you. I'll keep entertaining our guest. You can go now.
You're diagnosed? 1958?
Yes, indicatively, some friends and I contracted the disease while traveling to Egypt, and it got worse.
In addition to the disease, the first exam showed some inconsistency. Some hormonal deficiency? Overdose of non-prescribed drugs, opiates? Phenoxyl? Wasn't it recalled in the mid-60s?
Doctor, don't you think that nowadays there are ways to obtain drugs without any prescription?
I don't know what you're
believe
talking
so.
about.
According to your file, you still receive your disability pension. Even better, it seems that the beneficiary is your wife, Ariana Gallo.
Exactly. She's the one who takes care of me when Gloria is off.
How about your daughter?
My daughter, Celeste, has never come back home.
Disappeared. She was adopted, am I right?
The investigators confirmed that she intentionally left. They never suspected a kidnapping since there was no ransom request.
How about Weeman? Wasn't he a suspect?
A flash in the pan, and idiot who brought confusion by sending warnings and threats.
And her birth parents?
Dr. Reed, young girls often decide to just go. And this is what my daughter decided to do with...
Jennifer.
What did you say?
At times, you'd call her Jennifer.
No, my
Mr.
daughter...
Felton, what has really happened to your daughter?
I just told you.
How about the off-the-record version?
I am not sure where you're trying to go with this, but I won't tolerate... I don't have the strength for this now.
I know you've been trying to forget her, but this picture might help you to.
What is this? Where did you get this picture?
Isn't she your daughter? Celeste, or as you called her? Jennifer?
I asked you a question.
Back of the picture says Jennifer.
There is no Jennifer!
You thought I was stupid, didn't you, Mr. Felton? Do you really think I'd come here without knowing what I'm talking about?
Who are you, and why did you come here? Did you come to my home to threaten me with your condescending
Threatening
tone?
you? So maybe I should ask your wife then.
She's not home.
Seems like she is.
Mr. Felton, I just talked to the director of the Institute on the phone. They have never heard of Dr. Reed. She is not what she claims to be.
Well, Miss Reed, if that is your real name, your time here has ended. Please, leave my property. Miss Gloria will escort you out.
Please follow me.
Mr. Felton, please, tell me what you did to your daughter!
Good evening.
Follow me.
Mr. Felton.
You know the way. How do you even...
How do I do what?
How do you even sleep at night? You use people's lives regardless of the pain you cause. The Feltons have been through a lot. And they are good people.
Gloria, a young girl disappeared.
We all know the story, unfortunately. A burden that the Feltons will have to carry for the rest of their lives. Celeste just left them.
If that was the case, there was a motivation behind it. And it threatened her life.
Well, that's the end of the game. Roll credits. Apparently she's drunk. Either that or that rain is significantly heavier than it looks. Alright. I'm sure this will go well. Totally not any kind of horrible experience that's going to occur. Okay. Sure. Noted. Okay, consider the choice on the spine flash. Switch the stick. Some areas of the fountains are very dark. If every the finger parents use the flashlight switch. Like, how about just say use the or press the flashlight switch? Right. Yeah. But remember to turn it off. You don't want to stick out. Or do I? Oh, so many white dots. This is one of my main memories of the thing. And it's because you can pick up a hell of a lot of things. As you see here. Wait, shit. What's this? Yeah, I know it's a diversion. You can see open inventory. Diversion from getting quick select. Diversion items are used to slow down or distract an enemy. You can take up to 3. Once you picked up a diversion item, you can equip it from an inventory via quick selection. There are different names of diversion. Throwables, even throw. Hold the aim button down to point. Yeah, that makes sense. You can use these objects to hit the enemy. That's good to know. It's done them for a short period of time. Blizzables. That's X to place. Alright. Hold it down to equip the item and lure them into the area. Placable on doors. Hold it. Place the door this way. You can slow down enemies. What? Hold the place diversion item button down to use the item on the door. In this way, you can slow down your enemy or understand where he is. I'm not fully grasping that one. Regardless. Oh. Right. Oh, it's a bad thing that this is in here. Because this means I'm going to root through all these goddamn drawers and... oh boy. This is a big place and oh boy. There are a lot of things to interact with. One of this kind of thing too is that you need to... okay, it's probably not required. But all I can think of, well, I want to take stuff from here, here and here. I don't want to completely raid a zone in case I need to grab something rather quickly. Ooh. Defense. Thanks to defense items, you can hit your enemy as if he has reached and stopped you. When your opponent is about to kill you, you can use defense items. By following the instructions on screen, a defense item can be used just once and can only bring one at a time. You won't be able to skip. Alright. So there is no minigame, there is only defense item. Ah, that's what those two things are about there. So I'll cycle here. Can I set any of these down? No. Right. Ah, that drops it down there. Okay. I'm going to do a stupid... Come on. Come on. Yeah, no. We must do this dance. We must. Yeah. And now to go through one load screen and have all this reset. Making what I'm doing utterly pointless. Although, some would say it's pointless as is. And they would probably be correct. For now we know it's right out in the middle of the floor. I was hoping we could do the opposite. You know, like put on these lights. Alright. So our options are distractables, pelt some with distractables, and then just hide underneath things, or hide in things, I guess. Oh, right. I should probably keep going instead of... oh god, I want to hook through all the drawers though. You can still crouch, wait with the rest. Some might be lurking behind the door. Before you go, you can peek through to this enemy on the other side. Approach the door silent with crouch and open the door. Hold LT to open the door, or LT holds door rather. Instead of your chest, press the hold door button when you're in front of a closed door. This way you can stop your enemy coming in. Or you can only hold the door for a short period. Ah, neat. And this to say, holding the door and being crouched will come into play until I stop this game. Right, we got our 3 diversion items. Pretty sure it's coming from here. Another hide spot. Stuff. This is a radio, or this is just a stationary distractor. Puzzle? It's not paying much heed. Press X to take the rope. Wait, what? Oh. Whoa, what? Ah, do you need this indicator? Why do you need that? What a radio? What? Why not just have a wee timer or a wee bar? Why? Whatever. Trying to think what to expect from this game, and I'm not entirely sure. Like, I don't know what kind of threat we're going to be dealing with. Are we going to be dealing with creatures? Are we going to be dealing with people? If it is at all like Clock Tower, then we'll be dealing with people. Or at the very least, a person. And that's of course Clock Tower 3, in which case you will not be dealing with a person, you'll be dealing with so much bollocks. If you haven't seen Clock Tower 3, you should look up Clock Tower 3. It's... oh, it is an unexpected total shift in boss fights. Magical, you could call it. God, this place is big. Very, very white halls. I have no idea where I'm going. We're trying to track down the music, I know that much. Why would you lock this one? Whatever. I didn't think about it when we were in there, she looked up, or maybe she was just saying, they just heard sounds of a hoo 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 type of thing. Did the colour just completely just seep out of the scene? You got very dusty eyes there, you might want to clean them. Also, who moves their eyes like this? Oh, that's not a good sign. If what I saw is what I think I saw, I don't think you need to get this close.
This goodbye will be the chance to reach my land for
Yeah.
Please, Mrs. Felton.
Really? You got that close? I couldn't tell.
God.
I know she's not happy about it, but I don't think she needs to scream at me. Don't you hear it when you see a body and it's goes ha?
Must hide.
dear. The record player got jammed again, right? Yes, I know.
Right? Are you just walking around with a
Telling
sickle?
me we need to buy the new gadgets on the market. Promise, promise, promise. How can I say no to you? Now get some rest, love. My little Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Also, am I mistaken in thinking that he's naked? I think he may be naked. Oh no, I've been spookied.